Hey y'all, I'm Melissa Butler, founder and CEO of The Lip Bar. And this week on the new standard of beauty is Black beauty. We want to talk a little bit about how today's trends really are yesterday's trends. Let's get into it.
Miss Girl, it's kind of like a little sister that you love, but it's very annoying. But you would love her more if she just act right, but she don't ever want to act right or listen to your advice. I.e., take the products you put in her hair. That's kind of been my experience with my hair.
My journey into becoming a hairstylist started when I was about 6 or 7. My big cousin taught me how to do braids, and she owns her own salon now, and I work in a salon, but I'm also taking braids out of the salon context with my interdisciplinary practice. When I was in the 8th grade and I wanted dookie braids, so I started doing them on myself, got a clientele. And by the time I got into high school, my mom encouraged me to get into the cosmetology program at Crockett. And so I graduated with dual diplomas from cosmetology and the high school diploma. And that's how my career as a hairstylist started.
As I matured and became a grown woman and I was working in corporate America, that's where I always kept my hair done. I got my hair done like every week. I was extremely polished because that's how I felt I had to be seen. The flexibility and being able to have access to hairstylists is totally different on the West Coast than it is in New York City, where there's a hairstylist on every corner.
Working with Black hair is so important to me because when you go to cosmetology school, they don't teach Black hair as the foundation. And I think that our hair is so beautiful, it defies gravity, it's something that we sometimes are taught not to appreciate and embrace. And so being someone who works closely with women, sometimes even with younger people and children, is so important to me to show people the beauty of their hair.
Braids are my absolute favorite because not only they connect us to our ancestors and just our culture in general, but we get to create our own new wave. I think braids help me bridge between the perm and the fade to actually wearing the fro. I think braid kind of helped me exist because it's acceptable enough, honestly, by white people because it's long. A lot of times when I get box braids, but it's also accepted by Black people because it's, braids. So I like it. It's a really good medium.
Culture is represented in my work as a Nigerian American. I've been surrounded by braiders and braiding my entire life. I've always had braids as a child when I had hair. And I think it's just so African, it's so Black, it's so specific to our culture to wear braids and to do the incredible things that we do with braids. And I think about hair wars, I think about just all of the innovative things and styles that have come out of Detroit. First and foremost, I'm a Black woman and also a hairstylist in a predominantly Black city. And so a hair appointment is like ritualistic in our community. And it's always been like that from the beginning of time. That's how we express ourselves and our culture through our hair.
Going to Howard University and seeing so many Black women wear their hair all kind of ways, whether it was permed or it was locked or it was bantu knots. I never saw that in a way that wasn't made fun of, to be honest, where I came from. So I think that really opened my eyes to the fact that I could just be. And I think I found something that fits me. When I walk by people, like, oh my God, they'd be amazed. Well, I'm not going to lie. So I like that. But yeah.
I have absolutely been made to feel uncomfortable or out of place because of my hair, especially as someone of African descent. I think most people are taught to believe that people with finer hair textures or longer hair are more beautiful or more desirable, or even that those kinds of textures are more professional. And it's just not true. So I feel like that ties into my mission as a braider and as a stylist to place these beautiful aesthetics within the context of like world beauty, world-class beauty.
I have never felt uncomfortable about my hair. I can say when I was probably in the 7th grade and I had a little crush on this boy. And when he saw me, he was like, ew, look at her hair. And I had these big puff balls in my hair. And I think that's the only time that I ever was like, ooh, hold up, I'm not cute. That was the first time. And the only time I can say. Other than that, I've been pretty confident in my hair.
I used to wear platinum blonde with a pink streak in the front. And when I was in trichology school, my instructor was like, that is not professional. We can't go into doctor's offices and intern with that. They won't take you seriously. And that was the first time that I kind of was like, what? I didn't understand that going into, more, I guess, corporate arenas, but it ended up not being a problem for me, fortunately. A professional hairstyle to me is a style that shows that you care about yourself. It's a style that shows that you understand your aesthetic, what makes you feel beautiful. I think it's something that pulls out your confidence, and it's just a representation of your values.
Your hair just being done, just no raggedy ends. Your color is all one color, or your highlights and lowlights blend properly. Now that natural hair has been embraced in the workplace, because when I first hit the scene, it was not. Nobody was wearing their hair natural. Nobody. Everyone's hair was pressed, silk wrapped, what y'all call it now. We were calling them doobies where I'm from, but everybody had their hair done like that. Nobody will wear their hair natural.
My thoughts on Black hairstyles becoming a part of other cultures' mainstream culture is a little cautious. And I say that because a lot of the time, even outside of the world of hair and beauty, our culture tends to be appropriated. And what I mean by that is we are not credited as the source of the artistry or the innovation. And so while I appreciate other cultures embracing our crafts and traditions, I do think it's important to make sure that we are attributed.
I think historically we have always been trendsetters. Like, that's very normal for us. I think that, the embracing of Black culture on a grand scale and the monetization of it has made it more popular. I feel no ways about people wanting to emulate us. They need to just credit the originator. And I think that the public does a good job of crediting us, even if the brands do not.
I think that Black hairstyles becoming more mainstream in other cultures is fine. I believe that everyone should be able to wear their hair how they want. The problem comes is when we wear something in the Black community and it's considered unprofessional, and then another culture wears it and it's high fashion, and then they're able to commodify our ghetto.
I would never tell a Black person how they wear their hair, girl. So if you want to wear it long, short, cut it off, a girl who can wear it bald, the blonde, I think that is the baddest girls in the world. So however you want to do it, whether it's big, whether it's short, it's yours. Rock it, own it, love it.
So let me know, have you ever been judged for your hair, for your nails, for your clothing? Have people ever seen you or looked at you as unprofessional just by being you? Drop it below.